All right, Burgundy and Gold Nation, before we get into this episode, I have to ask, man, please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. We're going to build this channel from the ground up and bringing you weekly Commander content. All you have to do is subscribe. And the best thing about subscribing, it's absolutely free. It won't cost you 1 penny. All right, Nation, let's get into it. All right, Burgundy and Gold Nation, this is Commanders Talk, and it's your boy, T-May, and I'm back in the building. The Washington Commanders take on the Atlanta Falcons this Sunday. This is a big game. We're not going to downplay this one. Got a lot of Commanders a little banged up right now. Some guys may not play, but that's okay. We're still going to get this W. And the Atlanta Falcons are looking to bounce back. They got blown out last week by the Carolina Panthers, 30-0. So this is a bounce back game for them. This is that get right game. But not against the Washington Commanders. That's not going to happen. We're going to win this game. Sunday, September 28th, 1 p.m. game, 3 days away. The 2-1 Washington Commanders versus the Atlanta Falcons, 1-2, week 4. Now, they already called it for Raheem Morris's head in Atlanta. They want that guy out already. Dude is a good coach, man. He's a good coach. I don't understand what's happening in Atlanta right now. I really don't. I mean, this team is loaded with talent, but they can't seem to put it all together. They got talent on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. They just can't put it together, man. I'm not sure what's going on in Atlanta, but that's okay. We just wanted to go on another week so we can get this W. But before we get into this preview episode of this game coming up on Sunday, I want to talk about some news from the Washington Commanders, man. We got 2 guys from the Washington Commanders that are nominated for the 2026 NFL Hall of Fame. These 2 dudes better get in. They need to stop playing with us, man. Running back Brian Mitchell, linebacker London Fletcher. 2 nominees for the 2026 Hall of Fame. Both these dudes deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and both better get in. They don't like putting Commanders or Redskins in the Hall of Fame. That's okay. That's all going to change. I think they were just hating on our owner. But, hey, he's gone. We got a new owner. Everybody loves him. Those 2 dudes going to make it into the Hall of Fame. Also, the Commanders signed a safety. And we need some depth, man, because Will Harris, we all know, is out for the season. Broke his fibula, man. Tough break for that guy. No pun intended. But listen, man, we had to get some depth. We still got Revo. We still got Tyler Owens. And we brought in this guy right here, Darnell Savage. Look at his 2024 stats, 51 tackles, 1 interception. 5'11", 198, 28 years old, but he has a lot of experience. So he can definitely add some depth to our secondary group. And that's what we need. We need some depth. When the guy go down, you got to bring a guy in or call a guy up from the practice squad. So they decided to bring this guy in. Welcome to the Washington Commanders, man. Shout out to this guy right here, Darnell Savage. That's my guy. All right, so it was a couple guys that I didn't shout out from last week's W against the Raiders. Most of the time, offensive linemen, we underlook those guys. But not here, man. Not on Commanders Talk. We're going to give these guys a shout out. First, we're going to start off with this guy right here, Chris Paul. He balled out last week for the Burgundy and Gold, as you can see. 87.8 pass protection grade, man. That's incredible. 0 pressures, 0 hurries, 0 quarterback hits, and 0 sacks. This guy's been battling Brandon Coleman for that left guard spot. It looks like he's going to pretty much take over the spot for good. Brandon Coleman was the odds favorite to win that spot, man, but he was out there, BSing around. Chris Paul stepped in week 3 last week, and he balled out. So he's going to get the start again this week, and hopefully he can ball out for us again. Now we're going to stick with the offensive lines. 2 more guys I want to give a shout out to. These 2 guys right here, man. As you can see right here, Larry Tunsil, Josh Conley Jr., 0 pressures allowed in week 3 for offensive tackles. Those are the offensive tackles that allow 0 pressures from last week. And we got 2 of them on the board, man. Larry Tunsil, Josh Conley Jr. Shout out to those 2 guys, man. They balled out last week for the Burgundy and Gold. Man, that's why we had over 200 yards rushing, because Chris Paul and these 2 dudes, they played their butts off last week. We don't want to get a big uglies a lot of shout out. We don't give them a lot of props. But the Commanders Talk, we're going to give the big uglies their due. Them 3 dudes balled out for us. And we have another guy that balled out last week too. This guy right here. This guy is the people's corner. Rookie cornerback Trey Big Play Amos, man. He balled out last week. You see his PFF coverage grade, 79.6, 18 snaps, 1 target, 1 pass breakup. He allowed 0 receptions. I think we got a corner. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a corner. Big play, Trey Amos. We just need one more. No disrespect to Lattimore, but it's time to move on from the Lattimore experiment, man. It's not working here in Washington, D.C., not for the Commanders. He may land on his feet somewhere else, but we need another corner. We're going to ride this guy out, of course, but next season, we'll have another guy. Trust me. Okay, so before we get into this preview of the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders, let's take a spin around the NFC East. Let's check the standings. The Eagles, man, they remain perfect, 3-0. Man, they blocked that last-second field goal against the Rams, and the dude ran it all the way back, man. I was sick watching that. Man, they should have lost that game. Your Washington Commanders, 2-1, second place. It's all good. Dallas Cowboys, 1-2. They got stomped out last week. And the New York Football Giants, 0-3 for the Football Giants, man. And they're going to be 0-4 this week after, they got a rough game coming up this week too. So I don't anticipate the New York Football Giants coach lasting much longer in this NFL, man. I hope he didn't unpack. This guy is going to get fired. It's a matter of time. So who we playing this week? We have the Falcons. So let's check out the other opponents for the NFC East teams. The Eagles, they play the Bucks. The Bucks are 3-0 this Sunday, man. That's a 1 p.m. game. That game was going to be very interesting. We'll see how the Bucks play against those guys. Cowboys got the Packers. Micah Parsons going up against his old squad, the Dallas Cowboys. He is going to be a maniac. That's a Sunday game, 8:20 p.m. Man, Dallas going to lose that game. And the New York Football Giants, they got the 3-0 Los Angeles Chargers. They're going to be 0-4. That's a 1 p.m. game this Sunday, man. That's a tough matchup for the New York Football Giants, man. That's a tough matchup, so I don't see them winning that game at all. So, as you can see, man, if we want to keep pace with the Philadelphia Eagles, we really need to win this game against the Falcons. This, to me, is a gimme. Well, not quite, because we got a lot of guys hurt. That's the problem. If we was 100% right now, we was definitely, this game right now would be a walk in the park if we were healthy. We're not healthy, man, so this is going to be a little bit of a struggle game, but I still think we're going to get this W against the Atlanta Falcons. I really do. So what are the keys to victory? How do we beat the Atlanta Falcons? Man, let's jump right into it. Jaden Daniels. Is Jaden Daniels 100% healthy? That's the main question. How's that knee? Is he ready to roll? Any discomfort whatsoever in that knee, you need to sit that guy, man. You sit him and you play Marcus Mariota, who to me is probably one of the best, if not the best, backup quarterbacks in the NFL. He fits Cliff Kingsbury's system perfectly, man. So I think we can beat the Falcons, even with Marcus Mariota at the helm. I think we can get it done. The Commanders' O-line. Can the new look offensive line thrive again in week 4? Those guys look good, man. Wiley was in there banging. Chris Paul, the 2 tackles, and Biotis played a much better game against the Raiders. Can they continue to thrive against this Atlanta Falcons team? I hope so. The Commanders' running game, the 3-headed monster. They was dominant against the Raiders. Can they continue that? We need this running game. We really do, man, because we want to take some pressure off of either Jaden Daniels or Marcus Mariota. Whichever one is out there, we need to take that pressure off them. We got to run that ball. Commanders' defensive line. Can they contain the Atlanta Falcons running back, Bijan Robinson? The dude is not a monster, but he's dangerous. And the D-line, we got to contain this guy. We have to. Defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr., man, can he clean up the communication issues in the secondary? Man, we've seen it all 3 games, basically. Communication errors, man. Guys left wide open. The dude from the Raiders, the little wide receiver from the Raiders, man. Come on, man. He caught 2 big touchdown passes on us. The communication errors are there. Did they clean that up? We have to clean that up, no doubt, if we want to beat the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons offense is serious. So we're going to have to put up some points if we want to beat these boys. So who needs to step up for the burgundy and gold? Well, Terry McLaurin might not be playing. So this guy right here need to step up. As you can see, my man Luke McCaffrey, wide receiver. Man, he had his first touchdown last week. What was that, 42 yards? Huge touchdown for that guy. We need him to continue that. Defensive tackle, Javon Kinlaw. He's got to step up, man. He had 1 tackle last week. Yeah, he was a force in the middle. He was commanding double teams. But Joe Witt Jr., hey, man, you got to move this guy around. You got to get this guy, you got to free this guy up. This guy can be a menace. 1 tackle is unacceptable, man. Strong safety, Jeremy Reeves. I hope he gets to start this week because this guy, Will Harris is out. We already know. This guy, Jeremy Reeves, Revo, is a monster. He played great against the Oakland Raiders, man. He needs more time on the field. And the last guy to need to step up, defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. Hey, Joe Witt Jr., man, you have got to step up your game if you want to beat the Atlanta Falcons. We need all 4 of these guys to step up, man. We really do. Now, we talk about that defensive line, Javon Kinlaw. But the defensive line in whole, man, they actually been playing really good against the run. The first 3 opponents, we held all 3 running backs under 100 yards. And we got to keep that up against Bijan Robinson. He's a different animal. So we got to keep him on 100 yards too. First 3 weeks of the season, Tyrone Tracy. Look at that, 10 carries, 24 yards, 0 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs with Green Bay Packers, 23 carries for 84 yards. That's a decent game. He had 1 touchdown. That's a decent game. But he didn't get 100 yards on us. And last week against the Raiders, Genty, 17 carries, 63 yards, 0 touchdowns. Against the run, our defensive front so far been playing great. And we need to keep that up against the Atlanta Falcons, man, because their running back, Bijan Robinson, he's a different animal. And he can catch out the backfield. Matter of fact, he's their leading receiver. So we gotta contain this guy. No question about it. And speaking of that, hey, let's jump right into it. The player we have to key on. The player we have to stop. We already talked about him. You know who it is. Bijan Robinson. Man, look at his stats for the season so far. 47 carries, 239 yards, 0 touchdowns. We have to keep that up. We want him to have that goose egg after the game against us on Sunday. We've got to keep him out of the end zone. His PFF grade, overall grade, is a 70. His rushing grade is a 70.9. His receiving grade is a 64.3. This guy is dangerous. We cannot take him lightly, man. We got to shut this guy down or at least contain him so we can get this W. So let's take out the season leaders for both squads, the Burgundy Gold and the Atlanta Falcons. Passing yards, you know Jaden Daniels is leading the Commanders. You got Michael Penix Jr., man, for the Falcons, 605 yards. Not too bad. 2 interceptions. He's actually playing okay. Those 2 interceptions came last week in that 1 game against the Panthers. He threw 2 picks. 1 was for a pick 6. And, hey, he's struggling. The yards will not indicate that, but he is struggling. Rushing yards, you can look at my man Bijan Robinson. 47 carries, 239 yards. My man Bill. Come on, man Bill. 125 yards. We got to get Bill some more touches. If he's healthy this week, we got to get him some more touches, man. 22 carries, 125 yards. Receiving yards, Bijan Robinson. 14 receptions, 164 yards, and a touchdown. A running back. He's balling out for them. We got to contain that guy. And we got, for us, of course, Scary Terry, 149 yards. I think Terry might be out this week. He might be out with that quad. We'll see. Sacks, Dorrance Armstrong, 3. He's on a hell of a pace right now. If he can get 1 or 2 more sacks Sunday against the Falcons, man, that'll put him right where he need to be. 5 sacks, that's amazing for that guy. You can see the Falcons, Harrison, 1.5. Tackles, Bobby Wagner, 32 tackles already in 3 weeks. Bobby Wagner's balling out, man. He might be the early favorites for the Commanders MVP, for real. He's been balling. And you can look at the Falcons leading tackler, Ellis, 18 tackles. This game can be won. I'm not worried about this game. The only thing I'm worried about, we got a lot of players that's coming up on the injury report. And the injury report right now look like the credits from The Walking Dead, man. We got a lot of dudes on that injury report, man. Matter of fact, let's jump right into that. You know, Will Harris, we already talked about him. He's out with a leg injury on IR. My man, Terry McLaurin, he's out. He's listed as out right now. That's a problem. That could change, but they got to list it as out. Quad injury. Soft tissue injury. Man, we're going to miss Terry. Wide receiver Noah Brown, questionable with a groin. And listen, man, we got to move on from the Noah Brown experiment too, just like we need to move on from the Marshawn Lattimore experiment. Tight end John Bates is questionable with a groin and calf. Cornerback, our best cover corner. I shouted out this guy earlier, my man Trey Amos. He's questionable with a shoulder. I think he's going to be ready to roll. Running back Jeremy McNichols, he's questionable with a hamstring, a soft tissue. He might be out. Safety Percy Butler is questionable with a hip. And look at this right here. Look who showed up on the injury report. Running back Bill Krosky-Merritt, questionable with a knee. There's got a lot of people on that injury report, man. A lot. I think some of these guys might go, some might be out. We'll see. But this is football. It is what it is. As they always say, next man up. The next man's got to step up. The one guy who's not on this injury report is Marshawn Lattimore. He is cleared from his concussion protocol, so he is ready to roll on Sunday. And if Big Play Trey is out, we're going to need him. We're going to need him and Noah I to step up big time. For real. We're going to need those guys. And the last guy that's on the injury report, we already talked about him, Jaden Daniels, questionable with a knee. Now, he did practice on Wednesday, and he practiced today. But that doesn't mean he's 100% go. We don't know yet. We have no idea until they pretty much announce it. So I'm not sure if Jaden Daniels is going to be running the squad or if it's going to be Marcus Mariota. I think we're good to go either way. But, of course, we would rather have Jaden Daniels out there, man. We want to see more of this guy. We love Jaden Daniels, the people's quarterback, man. We love this guy. We want to get him out there on the field, man, especially against the Falcons. We want to see Jaden Daniels versus Michael Penix Jr. Jaden Daniels will show Penix he's a much better quarterback. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see who takes the field for us. Hopefully it's JD5. Now, who's favored to win this game? Washington Commanders favored. Only by 1.5 points. Oh, man. And that's mainly because of the injuries. That's the injuries right there talking. And the simple fact that the Falcons are ready to get back. This is their get back game. Get back right. So they want to beat the Commanders, but that's not going to happen, man. We're going to get this W. Total over under is 45.5. The money line odds, Falcons plus 107. Commanders minus 127. So we're favored to win this game by only 1.5 points. That's sticky. Sticky, man. We need this W, though. So who has the best chance of winning this game? I still think the Commanders going to get it done. As you can see right here, chance to win. We're still at 59.2%. Falcons, 40.5%. So we do have the better chance of winning this game in Atlanta. So the last time these two teams met, I'm sure you remember this. Jaden Daniels. He torched them. Jaden Daniels last season, 2024. December 29th, the last meeting between these two teams. The Commanders defeated the Falcons in overtime, 30-24. Jaden Daniels was in his bag. 227 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, and he ran for 127 yards. Lit them up. Lit them up. So the Falcons, they still mad about that too. I get it. They want to win this game, man. But we're not going to let it happen. Not going to let it happen. We're going to go to Atlanta and get this W. My score prediction for this game? Man, I'm going 24-20. Burgundy and gold. We 3-1 after this week, man. And we need this W to keep pace with the Philadelphia Eagles. I still think we're going to win the NFC East. I really do. But we got chippies like this. We need to win these. Because we got a tough schedule coming up. So these chippy games, man, we got to get these W's, man, and keep pace with the Eagles. All right, so then you have a Burgundy and Gold Nation, the preview for the Washington Commanders versus Atlanta Falcons. Man, get in the comment section. Let me know who you think will win this game. I think I got the Burgundy and Gold 24-20, man, no doubt. Also, if you can bang that like button, bang the notification bell, man, please subscribe. This channel needs your support. And if you made it to the end, salute.